Hey everyone. Hello from Amelia. Say hi, buddy. I'm Emilio. We'll come closer. Hello. I am the cutest boy ever.
He is about to
Yes. Edit this. or
he is
like-
about to end the meeting on accident. So Emilio is one of Karen's grandsons. So yes, mother's on cloud 9 right now. And we also have Melody. You want to come say hi?
Melody right here.
Come on.
She's eating.
So we're in San Diego at my brother Eric's house. Eric, you want to come say hi?
Good. Okay, here's Melody and Eric. I'm stepping out of the way. Here comes
Hey guys,
Okay. So this is Melody. Melody, how old are you?
3.
3. So Melody's 3. And what do you do for fun?
Pineapple.
Play the pool. Yeah, so that's, and then this is Leticia, Eric's wife. She's beautiful. Sarah, shout out. She took your prenatal postnatal healthcare course. This is
Oh
Sarah.
my gosh, I had the best labor experience ever. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you're welcome. It's so good to see you. Thank you for the video.
Oh yes, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Oh,
she, you know.
I was saying this little one is adorable. Hi.
Oh,
Yes, and this is who she just had the baby birth.
Hi. Oh my God.
She had so many moms respond to her Instagram story when she like posted sharing her birthing story after having taken your course. She took your course, and then you also read a book called Hypnobirthing.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hypnobirthing. So between the two of those things, it was amazing.
It's a good book. Oh, I love hearing that.
Yeah, so thank
Yay.
you. So yeah, we're here in San Diego, and we wanted to host a call to just answer some questions about the upcoming TNC live training and in Lilly Fields, as well as after we get done with that update, anyone who joined us last week on the Wednesday call, we scheduled a 1-week follow-up to hear how implementing the exercise went. So we're going to answer TNC live questions first. And then if you were on last Wednesday's call and you're here for the group discussion, we're going to do that after this TNC live Q&A ends. Does that sound good so far?
And I think I'll just jump right in there because Amy's like, hey mom, I'm going to shoot a video on the TNC live that's coming up. And I'm like, I think I could shoot that video. I'm the one who's done TNC live for years, right? So I couldn't wait just to share with you that it is amazing. So how we used to use the TNC program is you would read the books, turn in all the assignments, do all of the paperwork, and then you would come for TNC live. Part of TNC live is doing a couple live practicums. So we would do some live practicums together, live consultations, and then they would go home and do their practicums and present those to me. We'd work through that, correct what we need to correct and improve upon, and then boom, they would be graduated. So they actually did all their work before they came to the live. Now we're not requiring that anymore because we found that some people, they couldn't get all of it done before the live TNC. So we were like, okay, we became a lot more flexible. So for me, this is gonna be one of the most exciting times for you. The TNC live is absolutely thrilling. We get to go through the entire binder together. The binder is split up into modalities of healing, how the body works, how the body functions, right? Different classes you'll be able to teach. We do a little bit on survival and EMF protection and all that, just because we want you to know that information. Physiology, and then lab, a little bit on labs. We're not going to cover a lot this time. That'll be more in videos, and then doing consultations. And so that's what the TNC live looks like. So when you come, it's 3 or 4 days, whatever we're doing it right now. And those are a little bit longer days. We do have time for, get up and move and exercise and have a good lunch, but it is a phenomenal amount of education, and you're going to be able to use your binder. I use my binder still every consultation. That's why this binder was put together. So it's called the TNC binder. You have access to that in your program, and that TNC binder, if you've not used it, you will start using it all of the time. Now I know we've been working on updating the binder. We had updated it quite a bit, and that was lost. Very sad, very, very, very sad.
The government hacked our computer and deleted it.
Okay, maybe not exactly that extreme.
Okay, it wasn't
but-
that exciting. We
Okay,
just,
yeah, but it was definitely.
it actually just got accidentally deleted.
And I don't know how, but it was very sad. So we are back to revising that. Doesn't matter. The original one is phenomenal. I use the original one every single time I do a consultation because I have all the charts, all the graphs in there. We explain how to use all the charts, how to use all the graphs, how to combine modalities. That's one of the big things, because as you learn 120 different modalities of healing, you're not always aware, when do I use this? When do I use this? And when would it be beneficial to do this plus this lab work? So we do a lot of that so that people are aware of I can't let that person in anyhow of when to use it. So the TNC Live is really literally a phenomenal retreat week. We are together all day. You'll have time for lunch and of course time for dinner. You'll be staying in wherever you're staying. And that's kind of going to be up to you where you want to stay. We'll have room at our facility. We'll have room at Amy's got some room. There's hotels in the area. There's some bed and breakfast in the area. So we just need to know who's all coming, and then we'll kind and then we'll decide, where everyone's going to be staying. That will be an additional fee, but I think like $3.99 or something for the week, which is blow your mind. We are videotaping it because we need new video footage, because I have dark hair in my Empowered and I have dark hair in all my TNCs. So on September 9th, I'm doing Empowered live with my gray hair. Thank you very much. And then we're doing the TNC live the next week here at Lilly Fields, so that we can get this done. So any questions on that that you guys might have? And hello to all of you who I don't know yet. I love your guts. I know you know that, but I just had to tell you again.
Yeah, I explain people that I like to describe the TNC Live week as like a naturopathic degree crash course. And of course, you don't get the whole thing in that week, but it is very dense. It's a lot of anatomy and physiology, but it is so fun being in the same room together. And you really do retain more when it's like when it's a more interactive live presentation and get to ask all your questions. So, and since it is recorded, you'll get to go back and watch the replays and the recordings of it, which is really nice. But we've arranged the days in a way so that you get that training on those different modalities of healing. What? Okay, that's great. You get training on the modalities of healing, training on systems of the body, like anatomy and physiology, a big deep dive into the nutrition section and nutrient metabolism in the body. And then what Karen was talking about, like how do you piece it together to create an integrated protocol? When do you pull out, traditional Chinese medicine? How do you use a foot zoning chart and different acupressure points at the bottom of the feet and throughout the body's meridians? So all sorts of things. It's just a wide variety of material, really.
And really, honestly, think about what we did with the TNC. And I'll tell you, and this is something I wrote a huge article on this. I don't know, or a big part, I don't know where it might be, but when Lily got sick, right? So Lily was 12 years old, undiagnosed for 4.5 years. No one had any idea. All the medical doctors, all the naturopath doctors, anywhere we went in the country, outside the country, no one knew what was going on with her. And I used the TNC binder all of the time. I tried dozens and dozens of those modalities helped my daughter Lily survive, right? So until we found out it was dysautonomia, right? Which no one's ever heard of, but that is, until then, I was able to use autogenic training. I was able to use, acupuncture, a bunch of the different modalities that aren't as popular, because people don't know what they are. I knew them because I'd written the book on that. And so it was absolutely amazing. It literally saved us so much. So I personally love the modality section the most, even though you have all my class handouts, you get so much information because you're able to actually use that modality section with all of your clients. So for me, just having that much information in one location that you do in the TNC binder is it's worth coming to this, because you will learn how to use that binder and you will use it all of the time. It is absolutely a deal breaker. And then there's many parts of the binder you can make copies of and share with your clients as well. And remember, that's what they want. They're coming to you for education, and you're going to get a phenomenal amount of education. How many times have you gone to a doctor and they hand you a handout with everything you're supposed to do? Here's where you get all your minerals. Here's where you get this. Here's where you get that. You don't get that these days, right? You get a medication. And this is definitely a binder you'll be able to use for your clients and give them a phenomenal amount of resources.
Yep. So Denise, you said, if you don't have the binder, is it still possible to take part in the TNC? 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll have binders there that you can buy if you want to pick yours up there. Otherwise, you can use the online PDF version of it. That's going to work best if you have like an iPad so that you can see it. I wouldn't recommend using your phone because that's going to be kind of small print to access it. But we do have a lot of people who just use the PDF for the binder because then it has a search function. So if you're searching for a certain word, then you can look it up. So what questions do we have about the week and the training? Yes, you can attend virtually. Yep, so you can come in person or you can get a virtual ticket. So we'll be streaming that week. Danielle, the TNC is the Therapeutic Nutritional Counselor Certification. You want to get that? Thanks, Rob. It's the Therapeutic Nutritional Counselor Certification. It was our original certification course here at Holistic Health Educators. It is more extensive than the Holistic Health Coach certification. And it is a course that Karen compiled after she went through her holistic healthcare practitioner course and just felt like she could teach it better than the HHP course did. So that's why she made her own program. And that's where it came from. Well, that, and then also every time she would speak in public, people wanted to know where she got all her information from. So she's like, well, I'll just compile all my favorite research studies and all my favorite books and all my favorite charts and favorite handouts and favorite everything into one course for you. And yeah, put it together so you can learn about it that way. And yes, the revised TNC binder will be done by the date of the event. And so you can get the most updated version.
Who's all working on that?
What do you mean?
A lot of people working on the revised one.
Tammy, yeah.
Okay, that's a big jump.
Yeah, you can get the most recent copy right now, Anne, if you want to get it on.
It's in their TNC. It's in their TNC. It's in, you guys have access to it right now.
Yeah, in the TNC portal, but the most revised one will be done by the event.
That's awesome.
It's a great question. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that's the 13th through
In
the
Hawkinsville,
16th.
Georgia, you guys get to come to the most awesome place on earth. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, and it was originally the 12th
Mhm.
through the 16th, which was Tuesday through Saturday. We shaved a day off because of people's work schedule. Some people, you'd have to like take an entire week off of work if we did it that way. So then we decided we'll just start on Wednesday. So you can travel
Fly
Tuesday.
in Thursday, yeah.
Tuesday
fly in
night.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll want to leave on Sunday. I mean, just because you'll be so exhausted. It's such a big week
The
and you're
17th.
gonna wanna play with us, we'll just, we'll cut out as early as we can after covering everything on Saturday, but then just hang out. You guys can get in the pool every single day. The pool's very regenerating. We have a lot of people that have gone through the pool and have just absolutely loved it. We've had a couple now coming, they came every day for almost over 2 weeks and results were incredible. So again, you'll be there every day, which is even one day is wonderful, but you can jump in there, after TNC each day. That'll be wonderful as well. So.
No, there's not going to be a bungee jump on site. But that was a good question.
That's really random. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I had to make a question up because no one put a question in the chat. But no bungee jumping this time.
Not yet. She is putting her CrossFit course in, so it's coming.
I've never been a fan of bungee jumps.
Well, then we're not doing bungee jumps, but we'll have the crawling up things and the barrels and the hop.
That's all
things.
true.
Okay,
That's all true.
but not yet.
Yes.
But you could push a hay bale if you want.
you can push it.
we
You
have
can
hay
have hay
bales,
bale
and
races.
you can push them.
Some kind of like totem. No, what's the like a launch?
That's
Like
your
a-
launch.
Like
Enough room
pull
for that.
something back and launch it. What do you call those? A catapult. We might construct a catapult. But anyway,
Good,
yes.
good,
Any
good.
other questions?
Yeah, this was just a short, here's what to look forward to. This is what you can expect during a TNC week. We always in the past had my licensed kitchen. So we had all of our chefs prepare all of our meals. We do not have that. So we're gonna just kind of look at what to do about meals. If we all pitch in, then I can hire some of our staff to work on that, during the week. So I think we'll cross that bridge when we see how many people register to see if we can do that as well. That'd be super fun.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing I just want to convey is that, like, if you're really, you guys are all already lifelong students of holistic healthcare, and we really do our best to condense just so much information into 4 days, so that you can, it's like taking a year worth of attending HHE live calls and putting it in
Yeah.
4 days. And so part of you might be worried about like, will I remember it? What about retention? Well, I would say actually, because everything's building on top of each other during that time, it actually helps with retention as opposed to, I mean, I am a big fan of repetition and hearing things multiple times and getting it spread out. but there's also an advantage to it just building on top of each other so that you don't get so much downtime in between learning concepts that you start to forget. This cumulative way of learning where everything's building on top of each other can lead to some really awesome breakthroughs in your understanding. And we always encourage our TNCs to come back for multiple TNC live events, because the second time they come, the third time they come, and the fourth time they come, but people come
Yeah.
6 times before, and they just like love the repeat information, like the repeat crash course. So that's what I would say is, it's obviously a time investment. It's 4 full days. So you're gonna have to like sacrifice that time. But I really don't think there's a better use of time if you're interested in becoming as sharp as you possibly can in the holistic healthcare field.
And for those of you who, I totally agree with you. And for those of you who are like, that's it, I got plenty of time, come early. On September 9th, we're doing Empowered.
Yeah.
Talk about getting a lot in your brain, right?
Yeah.
Empowered is a solid 9 hours on Saturday that'll blow your mind. And it's like, I have been every single time I taught Empowered, and this might be something you all do. You do a version of this. Maybe we could even like certify certain people to do Empowered. But when you teach Empowered, there has not been a single time I have taught Empowered ever that at least 30% of the people who attend become a TNC. Guarantee. And so I had one Empowered that I did, 9 people came. That was it. All of them, 100% of them registered for the TNC course. They all wrote me a check, right? And so it was like almost $4,000 at that point. Anyhow, and so like this class, Empowered, which is on the 9th of September, if you want to come, you're like, honey, I'm going to be gone for a week. I'm going to be gone for 8 days, 9 days. Then you come, because Saturday the 9th is absolutely incredible. That's Empowered. And then on Wednesday, we start TNC Live. So it's a big week, but a lot of information. And if you're looking to just jump in there and be able to regurgitate it out, boom, 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 right? Just getting it in over and over and over is how you do it. So, okay, I'm going to step away and keep working on
Okay.
dinner. I know it's been 15 minutes. That's all we needed. You guys are amazing. Again, email us if you have any other questions, and we're super excited to get it to you.
Awesome. Thank you. Last couple of questions. Sarah asked, is there a registration deadline? Great question. There is not. So people are welcome to show up like a minute after we start, and we'll be like, welcome. So we always account for the mysterious attendees that just blossom out of nowhere. So it does help us if you let us know ahead of time. So if it doesn't make a difference to you, please let us know sooner than later, but you are always welcome to register last minute. And Denise, yes, the hotel that we rented for the spring retreat, the Peach State Inn, is available.
Oh, and okay, I do believe that our boathouse will be done by then.
Oh.
So we are renovating the boathouse. It is looking incredible. And so if that is ready, that'll be a little bit more than staying at some other places, but it's incredible. Right on our pond, geese every single morning. Well, unless there's an alligator, then it's an alligator, but they're really cute. Anyhow, but it's absolutely stunning out there. And the labyrinth is right out your back door. So the labyrinth is right out the back door. The gardens are right outside your back door. You're still on our property on the 67 acres. And that is, I'm actually building the boathouse for me. I'm going to live in it. So you're going to live in my house. I just ordered the clawfoot bathtub, like all sorts of fun stuff, right? So, but that is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be using it as a bed and breakfast probably the next several months to a year, as we're building and collecting all the money for our retreat center, which we just mowed that whole area. So we are working with an architect who's one of our students. Thank you, Bailey, to work on that. So you'll be on that same property. Just thought I'd throw it in there.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, if we have no other questions about TNC Live, then we'll wrap it up with that. Thank you so much, everyone, for asking your questions, and please email us if you have any other questions.